Y'all, I just finished my Boho Marley Twist. I absolutely love them, and I thought, why not I share with y'all how I accomplished this look using All Day Got Holds products. I'm going to tell you what I've used. I used Cuban Twist Marley hair in 16-inch, OQ's 18-inch crochet hair. I'm using a 3-way mirror to accomplish this as well because I'm able to see the parts in my head. Even though I don't care that I have perfect parts, it really helps me to see the back of my head. Now, when I pull out the Marley hair, I like to fray the ends. It helps to have that done beforehand to easily put in my crochet hair. I'm using All Day Got Holds braiding gel. It has a very citrusy-like smell. It's not super strong, but look how thick that is. But I use the invisible knot method when twisting in my Marley hair. You can find this in 1,000,000+ YouTube videos out there on how to do this. But I do this all over and twist it down, and then I go through with my fingers on the end. You can use a brush to do this if you prefer, but I twist it down a little bit more, and then I take my crochet hair and twist it in the same way you would if you were extending your twist, and actually in the same way that you started using that invisible knot method. I literally twist it in and I twist it all the way down. Well, here you can see I take the frayed end and then I tie it in a knot around the twist. That is how I finish it off. And the last time I've done this style, this method was very successful in keeping that crochet hair on the end to keep it intact and keeping it from sliding out. So I decided to crochet this in after the fact. I could have easily twisted this in, but I didn't want to take forever twisting my hair. So crochet one, and I am not an expert crocheter. You know, I may not be the best person to follow when it comes to crocheting it in. I just did what made sense. I took it through and then I tied it together, and then I took one piece of that and looped it back through my twist. I did this in the midsection and at the base. As far as which twist I decided to do it through, I did it based on visual look. I took a mirror, looked at the back of my head and said, let me put one on that twist. Let me put one on that twist. So it was not rocket science as to how I did this. It was very sporadic. And then after I finished, here I am with the mousse, and I took that and placed it all over my head. This is All Day Got Holds Boho Braids Curl Defining Mousse, and it did just that. I put it in throughout my hair, and it absolutely defined the curls. Then I used All Day Got Hold, their leave-in oil spray. I didn't realize I'd like the applicator so much, but I'm like, all oil should be put in this type of bottle. So here's the end result. The foam is still wet in my hair, and this is how it looks wet. But I need to show y'all what it looked like the very next day after it had dried. I absolutely love the outcome. I'm like, yes, ma'am, you can't tell me nothing. And I did it myself. I'm feeling myself, if you can't tell. And shout out to All Day Got Hold because they got my hairstyle looking cute. Yes, ma'am.